All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. Lisa and I are really excited to share with you our health chat on healthy weight. So we know that this is a really big topic because we personally have struggled with losing weight. And so we really want to share with you what we have learned in our own journeys. And we also want to encourage you that if you feel like you've done everything right, if you feel like you've made healthy changes, we just want you to walk away feeling inspired that there are simple ways that you can change to make healthy habits in your life that are going to make a big difference. So we're going to start by having Lisa share her story, then I'll share my story, and then we'll get into some of the nitty gritty of what we've learned over our own journey. So thank you so much, Lisa, for joining us.
Oh yeah, this is great. So this is, let's backtrack about a year ago. A lot of things were going on. So I had, in February of 2019, I went to my yearly OB visit and there was some things going on. Hormone imbalance, cystic acne, which as you can tell by that photo, I looked horrible. I had a lot of pain. There was about 3 spots in my face that needed to be injected. I had to have like cortisone shots in my face to make those god awful things go away. And there was a lot of painful, long clotting periods, lovely things. But with all of that, I wasn't able to lose weight no matter what I tried. I am the oldest of 7 granddaughters and the rest of them are all skinny as a rail. And I was always the heavier one. So there was something it just didn't sit right. So most of my stuff ended up being more of a hormone imbalance. I went to my doctor and I explained all of these things that were going on and he gave me pretty much 2 choices. It was either go back on birth control, which every time I did, I had gained a lot of weight, but then it was also to have a endometrial ablation, which was gonna pretty much say no more kids. We would have been done. So a lot of the diet that I was dealing with was stuff that was disrupting my hormones, flour, sugar, dairy. Dairy was the biggest one out of all of them. Coffee, I definitely noticed that happens a lot. And with COVID starting and being forced to be a first grade teacher, I had a lot of wine, let's be honest. So we decided to take on that Prove It challenge. And just with the cleanse alone, 7 pounds were gone. The picture with the purple shirt on is day 8. So all of that inflammation and stuff was gone. So by the time we were done with that Prove It challenge, I had lost 15 pounds. And that was the first time in a very long time that I've ever seen that scale move. If you want to go to the next one. So there's me with our oldest son. In that picture, I think he's almost 2. But that's my heaviest. I was 185 pounds. I was a size 14, probably should have been in a 16, but you know, numbers and pants. But now I am maintaining, actually, I'm a little less than that picture now on the right. So now I'm maintaining at about 155 and I got to order a size 8 dress. I'm so proud of myself. But that Prove It challenge was key. Resetting the gut, resetting the hormones, and just sticking with that strip and shake a day has really helped. Another product that I like to use too was the Metabolic Boost. And we'll talk about it a little bit more later, but that was really a good one to add in there. And then stress relief complex, because stress in the gut equals imbalance in hormones and slows down your weight loss. So you really want to try and keep your stress level down.
That's awesome. Thank you, Lisa, for sharing that. So after I had my son, I had a lot of trouble losing weight. In fact, I think after I had him, I actually gained some weight. You know, they typically say, like, if you're nursing, you know, you'll bounce back like in 9 months. That was definitely not the case for me. So I can relate to many of you, if you feel like you've been frustrated and just no matter what you seem to be doing, you can't seem to lose the weight. And I'm going to share with you how the weight started to come off and kept coming off and has been able to keep off. I'm down almost 40 pounds. And even in the last year, exercise hasn't been quite as consistent as it once was. And so that's why Lisa and I are really going to share with you the nutrition piece, because we really believe that piece is really important. So I think first, when it comes to weight loss, what I want you to know is that you have to look at weight loss as like a pie, really. And each piece of the pie can represent different things in your health. One of them could be stress. One of them could be sleep. One of them is hormones. One of them is your diet. One of them is, water intake, movement. And each of those different things is what can affect your metabolism and what can affect building lean muscle. So a lot of what we're going to talk about tonight is losing fat. That's the right kind of weight you want to lose, and building lean muscle. Because obviously as we get older, it's a little bit harder. So that's why it's really good to build that lean muscle, because it's going to burn more calories and be really helpful for you. One of the things that has been a huge help, the Prove It Challenge, along with what Lisa shared, but really being really mindful of my protein intake. I found that, protein's the building block of our bodies, and protein fuels our bodies, and protein gives us energy, gives our cells energy. And so often we are not getting enough protein. And so it's not leaving us satisfied and full. And also when we're getting enough protein, we have less cravings and our energy is better, and we're stabilizing our blood sugar. I think too often when we're going towards foods that are like very processed, sugary foods, we're having that spike in our blood sugar, and then we're crashing. And then what do you want? You want more of it. So then you got to go again. And so going towards protein sources also help to stabilize your blood sugar. So my favorite, easiest way to get in plant-based protein is with our Life Shake. And I am a big proponent in being able to add a bunch of greens in. It's one of the easiest ways you're going to get veggies in, whether it's spinach, kale, frozen zucchini, rice, cauliflower, or organic greens booster. Such a simple way to get greens in. And then adding in your protein. Sometimes I like to add in hemp hearts for some extra omegas and fiber. And then you can even add some healthy fats like frozen avocado or nut butters, depending on, your preference. I also think that one of the keys in weight loss is preparation. We all know that when we go too long, we get hungry, and then what do? We grab whatever is in the pantry. And so one of the things that I began to do is on a Sunday or over the weekend, sometimes on a Monday if I don't get to it, is I prep a couple things to have on hand throughout the week, whether it's hard-boiled eggs, a chicken, rotisserie chicken. We love that because we can use that all week in chicken salads and soups and in regular salads. Cutting up and washing your produce, your fruits and your veggies, all of these things, making it easier for you so that come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or when you're heading to work, you have those healthy options on hand. And then also you'll see lots of recipes from me where I make homemade granola bars and muffins and energy bite recipes, because I really think homemade is always best. And again, adding that protein and then being able to control what you're putting in those foods. So you can still enjoy things that are carbs. We're going to talk more about that later, that carbs are good. We need carbs, but find healthier alternatives. One of the things that the cleanse helped me to realize was what foods work best for my body and what foods I need to avoid. And for everybody, that's a little bit different. And then also, one of the things that's been really helpful is working to boost your metabolism. So one simple thing I do every single day is I also take that metabolic boost that Lisa talked about. And then I also drink our energizing tea as well. That helps boost your metabolism. Tea is known to help boost your metabolism. So those are just a couple of the things. And then I just wanted to mention something else that's really important. Make sure you're eating enough. And I know that might sound like, what? I thought you had to cut out a bunch of food. But the reality is, oftentimes, if you're not eating enough, your metabolism is slowing way down. So I actually don't count calories. I don't count macros. I'm just mindful of what I'm putting in my body. And I also eat a lot throughout the day. And then I also think one more thing that I think is really important in your weight loss is to get your blood work done and make sure to check your thyroid and check, all your levels, because that's really important to make sure there's nothing going on that's underlying. I think Lisa shared about the hormone piece. That's important. We'll talk more about that. later, but just some additional ways that I've learned to boost your metabolism, making sure to have protein at each meal. If you don't, then you're going to go hungrier quicker and it's not going to fill you up. Not being afraid to strength train. Sometimes we do way too much cardio and we don't build that lean muscle with strength training. Prioritizing sleep and stress. That's why Lisa and I both love our stress relief complex, because that blunts our cortisol. And when we have too much cortisol in our body, then that will actually have your body want to hold on to the fat. And so believe it or not, sometimes people just go on our vitamins and just go on our stress relief and see a difference in their weight loss, because that's how important supplementation is and helping to reduce stress. And then obviously we all know drinking water is really important. So tonight we're just going to share with you the mission that Lisa and I are a part of, which is to make healthy happen. And everything that we're sharing tonight is backed by Shaklee, which is safe, proven, and guaranteed. They are the safest products you will find, and they have more clinical research and peer-reviewed research than any other company I know. So as we think about better health, it really starts with a healthier weight. And we know that that can be challenging with the way that our food industry is. And we'll get into some of the recipes and ideas a little bit later. But, really when it comes to healthy weight, what we're putting in our environment, in our beauty products, in our sports products, and in our home, as we talked about that stress piece, the aging, our joints, all of that contributes and is really important to our health.
So I don't know about any of you guys, but I've done every diet that's been out there before doing this. And this is the diets failed. That you start one, you do it, you lose weight, you think you're good, and then the pounds fall off, and then you get back into a bad cycle, and it just repeats itself. So you got to make sure that you're going to get that lean muscle and reduce the fat, and you got to get that metabolism going, or else it's just going to be a vicious cycle. The metabolic boost and stuff like that really helps to keep things moving. The healthy weight, I mean, you look at the side-by-sides here. This was my mindset and thinking 150 pounds on one is a different, with fat versus 150 pounds of lean muscle. I recently bought a Smart Scale, and if you don't have one, get one, because it really helps to show you that, okay, my 150 pounds in one thing and my 150 pounds with more muscle and my BMI is going down, it really shows differently. So you really want to make sure that you're getting the good things in and keeping that metabolism moving, and then you'll be at a healthier weight, even though the number is the same. So these were a few things that we were using here. I like the meal bars. They're great, meal replacement, quick on the go. We were just at baseball a little while ago. I had one of those. It's like, got to keep myself moving here. So it's great for moms on the go too. So let's see, what do we got here? Oh, this was the proven clinical proof. So on average, participants lose 14 pounds of body fat and gain 4 pounds of muscle over 6 months. I mean, I'm living proof right there too. Even though the scale isn't exactly where I want it, the inches are gone. And that's a huge difference, because the body fat and the body muscle, it weighs differently. 5 pounds is 5 pounds, but it takes up less space. And then you just want to keep that more muscle to keep that metabolism going, and things will just work right on out for you. Oh, good old Brad. Mm-hmm. So this is my husband. He's another living proof story. Brad had really bad asthma as a kid, a lot of allergies, a lot of respiratory stuff going on. He's always on the heavier side. They were a very heavy Italian eating kind of family, a lot of carbs, a lot of bread, a lot of pasta, a lot of salt. And that just took a lot of toll on him internally, because then he ended up dealing with reflux. He had about 15, 17 years or so dealing with acid reflux, and he was on 40 milligrams of omeprazole a day, and it wasn't doing anything. Wow. His heaviest weight, well, actually, there was a heavier one than this, but 215 was where he was at, a 38 to 40 inch waist. And now this picture was last summer. He's about 147 today, and he's a size 30 waist. No longer needs any acid reflux meds. And the biggest thing was his quality of sleep was low, because even if he would go to bed and take all the precautions and sleep sitting up, he would be up a couple of hours later because of how the timing was what he was eating and the content of what he was eating. It was just coming right back up. It was awful. So when I decided to take on the Prove It Challenge, I'm like, well, I'm making all this food. I'm not making it for one. So we took it together, and now he's maintained everything, and he doesn't have many acid reflux issues at all. He doesn't take any of the medication anymore. And we just do that strip and shake a day, and it's just been a total 180 for him too.
It's always better to do it together.
Right? Oh yeah, it's easier.
Yes. And that's really what we provide when you commit to doing the Prove It Challenge. We provide support, we provide recipes, we provide a lot of accountability and help to help you along your health journey. So one of the things I think that's really important, again, going back to that like pie that I was talking about, that I really think is important is to, one of the things that we have available is called Meology, and it's a personalized health assessment. And it takes into account your age, as you can see, your health goals, your diet, food sensitivities, your health, your lifestyle, your medication, your family history, what you eat. And it creates a personalized vitamin pack just for you, which is really neat. And so as we think again about our health and about reaching a healthy weight, this is a great way to get started and to help you reach your goals. And one of the health goals that you can actually put in is a healthy weight, and it will help generate a program just for you. And so for many of us, we love the Prove It Challenge, like Lisa talked about. It's a great deal. You can either do that with the Meology pack or with the Vitalizer pack. Both of them are great. We really encourage you to take that Meology assessment to see what comes up for you and to see what are some of those key nutrients that you might need. And actually and also I wanted to mention, this is a really, really, really good deal. You save around $100 from all of what you get in this kit. And on top of this, when you get started right now, you're going to also get another $42 free gift that we'll talk about at the end, which is awesome. So as Lisa mentioned, the Healthy Cleanse is awesome. You jumpstart your energy, your mood, your sleep, you help detox your body and jumpstart your weight loss, which is really important. So we recommend often when people are struggling with their weight to kick it off with this 7-day cleanse to get out the bad stuff and then start putting in the good stuff, which is really important. Also, this is great because it's a cleanse where you are eating all day long and you're not running to the bathroom. And so sometimes people, just this morning, I heard on the radio, a juice cleanse. I think I would be starving if I did a juice cleanse, but this is a cleanse for you. You eat so much really nourishing food for your body, and you eat all day long, and you are not to be starving, and you're not running to the bathroom like other cleanses out there. And then there's clinical proof. Look at this clinical proof. I mean, it's amazing. The average weight loss was 6.8 pounds. And people, again, had that improved energy, decreased cravings. Decreased cravings is really important. You know, I read recently and I heard that weight loss isn't always about motivation and willpower. It really is about biochemistry. And what I mean by that is sometimes people think, well, if I'm just better, or well, if I just, you know, on Monday morning, I'm going to start and I'm going to buckle in. Well, sometimes people, the way that our food is made, it's made to be addicting. I mean, look at the way that food is marketed. You don't just want one cookie, you want multiple cookies. And so it's no wonder we have these strong cravings. So how do you beat that? You beat that with our reset. You beat that with our 7-day cleanse where you can reset your cravings. And that really helps you to be encouraged that it's not just about willpower and just trying more, but really working to help support your body as best as possible. And then obviously improving mood and improving sleep, which is really important as well.
So how do we do this healthy cleanse? Well, first of all, you want to write down your why. Why are you doing this? Everybody has their own reason. Everybody has their own backstory of why they want to get healthy, what they need to do. And like Brad and I did, we got a partner. We buddied up together. I mean, beginning of quarantine, who else we got to partner up with? But, you know, get a buddy online. grab a friend. So it's really fun to do it with someone and kind of motivate each other. We like to set a date with our group. So we do like to run one at least once a month, create a sense of community, keep you guys motivated, keep things going, chat amongst yourselves. Hey, I found this great recipe, or share things here and there, and just keep you all going. The best thing to do is be prepared. We offer a really cool, I left it downstairs, but there's a sheet that is a meal planning worksheet. And it has a side for your grocery list while you're going through all your recipes. You can kind of double up on some things, make sure you have everything you need. I personally like to plan for the first 3 days and then do a midweek shop and then go through it again and see what else I've got, just to keep things fresh. I use Sunday as my prep day, get my soups made and canned and in the fridge and ready for easy on the go, quick things. The biggest thing for us, and I wish I would have done it sooner, is start, if you're a big coffee drinker, I highly, highly, highly suggest to start to cut out the coffee a week and a half ahead of time. Just because if you're a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cup person, like we were, it's hard. You're gonna feel it. So we want to make sure that you are set up for success to start off that week strong. We have a bunch of different groups. We have our own personal, the Prove It Challenge group for just our team, which is so much information and guides to really help you be successful. There is a official Shackley 7-day healthy cleanse group. Tends to be a lot of chatter in there, and we like to keep things simple, but there's great recipes and resources in there too. And then after you complete the cleanse, we go on to the rest of the Prove It Challenge, and then we'll work on some more things there. The simple program with the 180, this is kind of a little bit of a different program. This is for more weight loss afterwards. But you take your shake or your meal bar and your Metabolic Boost in the morning. So this is incorporating a little bit of that Metabolic Boost. You could do a snack if you want to, if you feel like you need that extra kickstart. Lunch is another shake and another meal bar and the Metabolic Boost again. Do another snack, and then do a really good dinner, real sensible, functional, nutritional plate. We actually don't use our dinner size plates anymore. We use our salad plates for our dinner plates. The smaller your plate is, portion control things out, take that Metabolic Boost and you'll pump up that metabolism, and then you'll keep things moving. So this is the kit that you could get with the 180 turnaround. It has the shakes, it has the meal bars, the snack bars. The energizing teas are great. We have the green matcha tea. There's a pomegranate. Elderberry is my absolute favorite. And then next month, we're actually coming out with peach, and it's amazing.
So good, so good. And leucine is a amino acid that helps you to maintain that muscle and lose fat. And so it's an essential amino acid. And so that's what really sets apart in all these products. What really sets it apart is that it's powered by that leucine.
So this is that Metabolic Boost. So this was my key for keeping things moving and keeping the metabolism going. So it burns your calories naturally. It has green tea to help burn the calories. It's got a couple other things in there to help boost your, blood sugar levels, make things going, and just keep yourself fueled naturally. That was the biggest thing, is I didn't want to fuel myself with coffee and things like that again. I wanted to do it naturally so that I kept myself moving. It's gluten-free, which is great. I actually try to keep a lot of gluten out of my system again. And just take one each meal. So if you take your shake in the morning, take it with that. Do a meal bar, take it with that, and then take another one at dinner, and you're good to go. It's really easy to use.
I find that it seems to also help with cravings too.
Yes. Sugar cravings for me. I was a huge chocolate person. It's really bad, but that really helped.
So we also have some great program tools to achieve your goals. We have a lot of different meal plans, recipe guides that the person that invited you can get you these lifestyle tips. Make sure to plug into that official 7-day cleanse Facebook group. As Lisa talked about, really being mindful when you are eating, that you have veggies on your plate, a healthy fat, healthy lean protein, and then a whole grain or, carb. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. But I think that really helps you to have a balanced meal. And I always am trying to be mindful, with each meal, okay, what vegetables am I having? I try to always make sure I have some kind of vegetable on my plate, whenever I go to eat something. And then these are just a couple clean eating tips, choosing whole natural foods, eliminating processed foods, trying to steam or bake or grill veggies so that you're not just eating carrot sticks. I mean, there's lots of I found that roasting or sauteing vegetables makes vegetables taste so much better, and experimenting, trying different vegetables that maybe you don't typically do. My sister the other day sauteed zucchini, and it was so good. And so the next night I sauteed some mushrooms and onions, and that was really good. I mean, there's just so many different ways of getting those vegetables in. And when you're thinking about protein too, go towards a grass-fed protein so that you're getting those omegas. So grass-fed beef is always good. Turkey, ground turkey, salmon, fish, eggs. Those tend to be the proteins that we tend to consume a lot of. And then when I'm making those homemade granola bars or energy bites, I'm trying to use a more natural sweetener like maple syrup or raw honey, and trying to avoid that white granulated sugar. I don't even know if we have some in the house anymore because we've just stopped using it. And after a while, you don't even want it anymore. And then the seeds are great, having seeds or making your own trail mix. Lisa, do you want to share anything on this too?
Yeah. So, I mean, we're both in the Illinois, outside of Chicago area. And for seafood, we're pretty landlocked.
Mm-hmm.
And in our house, we actually started to have a fish delivery service. So we know where they're coming from. So we do wild Alaskan, and we get different types of fish. My husband grew up in the East Coast, and he looks at our stuff here and he's like, this is a joke. Like, this is not seafood. So when I started ordering this, and my 8-year-old, he begs for salmon and asparagus. And what 8-year-old asks for that? But when I got this box and the fillets are like this big, I'm like, yep, we're sticking with this now. So yeah, so just there's another thing with the fruits and veggies is there's the dirty dozen and the clean 15, and we can always send you that graphic. I didn't put it in here, I just remembered about it, but you want to make sure that you're getting the clean, stuff that you can and organic when you can. There's other ones that's like, okay, you could do without it if it's a higher price point, but just keeping those healthy carbs. The other thing was if you have a lot of allergies and things in your home, the best thing with honey, and you want to get it naturally, you want to get it local, because those bees and those hives and stuff are in your vegetation. They're in your area. So they're going to help you combat those allergies later on. It's really going to be helpful.
That's a really good tip.
Yeah, that's kind of it on this one.
We do a lot when it comes to carbs and healthy whole grains. We do a lot of brown rice, quinoa. Those are really great. And then I know this was really helpful.
Oh, this is my jam.
Yeah.
So I think it was a month or two ago, I did a group called the Savvy Swap, and it's still available. So if you ever want to pop into it, just send me a message and I can get the link to you and invite you to it. But this group really had a lot of good information about swapping simple things out in your kitchen. Soy sauce with coconut aminos, it brings the salt content down. Even if you're using a low sodium soy sauce, that salt content is still very high. I bake a lot, and at Christmas time, I use the plant butter with the sticks in place of the regular unsalted butter. And I had my poor little Polish grandma confused. She's like, this is my recipe, but it's plant-based. And I had her fooled. She didn't have a clue until I told her. So it's still pretty good. Ground turkey for ground beef, again with the margarine. That's just a softer butter. We use the chickpea pasta. We swapped that out, and rice. And then yesterday I actually did it where I had the frozen rice cauliflower. I had to make sure my son's not listening. And we had tacos last night, and we used ground turkey, and I didn't have enough defrosted. So I used the bag of the riced cauliflower with the seasoning, with the ground turkey, and he didn't even notice. I got those veggies in there and it was perfect. And another thing we do is the milk. We don't have any milk in the house except for almond milk. If I need it for a recipe, I buy the smallest amount possible. But it's really helped with my younger son deals with eczema. And we've had to keep milk out of the house because between the milk and any of the chemicals on our clothing or our cleaning products, that's really helped him to not have any breakouts and things like that.
Yeah, and I think this all really just comes down to what are the foods that cause inflammation in your body and what are the foods that don't. And so for many, many people, sugar causes a lot of inflammation. Being mindful when you're looking at labels, how much sugar is in things. Sometimes things can appear healthy, but really when it's got 20, 25 grams of sugar, it's not.
Yeah.
And dairy can often be inflammatory for many people. Gluten can often be inflammatory for other people. And there's so many great swaps nowadays, like Lisa said, that make it a lot easier and healthier.
We've switched to a plant-based cheese. I know cheese is like dessert. It used to be like dessert to us, but it caused my acne to break out really bad. And you figure, oh yeah, you're touching your face, you're doing all this stuff, but in all actuality, it's the dairy and the cheese, like the lactose and inflammation in your gut that causes that too. So just keep yourself, look at these things to try substituting a couple of things out. High fiber, those things really help out with things. The potato chips for raw almonds, I like this. Or if you find a chip that you like, but I found sweet potato chips. A lot of them are cooked in more of a natural oil too. So there's still a little salt content, but the potato itself is better for you. Aldi makes a really good brand. I like those. And we switched out the grains, the breads. We used the almond flour instead of wheat flour now. We always make sure we have extra virgin olive oil on hand instead of vegetable oil. That kind of grosses me out now. The sugary snacks, we do a lot of apples in our house and lots of different types of apples too. My older son, turns out he loves Honeycrisp apples. Of course, it's the most expensive one, but they're really good. And if he's gonna eat them, I'm just gonna keep them on hand. So less processed and more fresh.
We do a lot of snack plates in our home. My kids love it. I just cut up a bunch of fruits, veggies, nuts, just foods that I want them to eat. And then I make them a big platter. And, again, just sometimes having that accessibility makes healthier eating a lot easier.
Yeah. And then just getting yourself moving. I mean, you don't have to have a strenuous workout. You don't have to have the personal trainer or the, 40-hour work week of workouts on your YouTube channel. I mean, I actually just bought a pair of roller skates. I'm like, you know what? I'm happy with it. It gets me moving. It gets me outside with the kids. As long as you're doing something that makes you happy, because, working out and running like a hamster on a wheel does not make me happy, and I won't continue to do it. So if you find something that gets you moving and it makes you happy, even if it's a little bit of yard work or something, just do it.
Just get moving.
Just get moving.
And I think it's important too. I know for me, spending more time doing strength training actually helped me a lot I could just feel building more muscle. In fact, one of the products I forgot to mention, this was actually a big part of my weight loss, was our post-recovery, our shake that we do after workouts called Build, that you can use as a recovery drink. It's got BCAAs in it to really help. And so that is something that I found that was really helpful.
Oh, and the blog. The blog's a good place. I like it. It's a good place to go back to and look for new recipes. I mean, you can Pinterest all day, but they constantly add things to this. So just check it out. It's super easy to get to. They got shake recipes. They got all sorts of things on there. So it's a really good resource. Yeah,
so we're just about wrapping up. So we just want to let you know that if you want to get started on that Prove It challenge or on the 180 turnaround kit, or piece together maybe an a la carte order, we got some great deals that are going on right now. First, we want to let you know that there's 100% guarantee in all the products. So we just recommend give it a try. Try it for 30 days. If you don't like it, you can get a full refund. But we can basically say to you, you are guaranteed to feel a difference or you can get your money back. And so that's an amazing, amazing challenge. And we just encourage you, as you think about getting started, that, you know, I posted a graphic today that said 80% nutrition, 20% fitness, 100% mindset. And we want you to walk away today feeling like you have some simple tools and steps towards making healthier habits. Maybe it's finding ways to meal prep a little bit. Maybe it's finding how to incorporate more protein, making some swaps in your kitchen, moving your body a little bit more, improving your metabolism. Whatever those are, we just encourage you to get started now, because it's not just about how you look, but it's about how you feel, and you deserve to feel your best. Like Lisa said with Brad, that digestion improved, gut health improved, skin health improved, energy improved, sleep improved. So when you start working on that, it becomes a domino effect of all the other areas in your health. And then we just want to end, and we'll open this up for any questions, with a really good special right now. So I mentioned that you can get a free triple defense boost. If you're brand new to Shaklee, that's a $40 value. And that's a great product that helps support, defend, and boost your immune system. It tastes incredible, really, really good. And if you're currently a member and you want to take advantage of a special, we have a buy one, get one free on that. And so I stocked up. That's a great product to have on hand. And then also on top of all that, when you place an order of 150 or more, oh, and Lisa has it.
Oh, I have it everywhere.
They're great. They come in little easy tear off packets, and you can make them a drink. And we think it's great because it tastes really good. And if you're trying to kick soda cravings or things like that, that's a great way, because it's a great drink. And then you're also on top of that until tomorrow night at midnight. So just for 24 hours, on top of the triple defense boost option, you're also going to get a free metabolic boost. And Lisa and I talked about that it's great for burning calories naturally, burning from fat, and then helping with balancing your blood sugar, which is really important as well. Lisa, is there anything you want to add?
If you're on the fence about doing any of this, guys, seriously, this has been the best thing for me and my husband and our family in general. So I feel like I'm a better mom. I feel like I'm a better wife, just being able to take care of things and taking care of myself, finally taking care of myself. So if anybody has any questions, you guys feel free to reach out to us.
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions?
You could throw a question in the chat. Or if you want to talk, let me know. We can allow you to talk. This is just a different platform for this. So if you have anything you would like to ask, go ahead and put it in the chat, and we can message you up here.
The cleanse helps to figure out what foods don't agree with our body. Yes, totally agree with that for sure.
Actually, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to open everything up.
Oh, how'd you do that?
Magic. No, just kidding.
Does anybody have any other questions? Otherwise,
you guys can unmute or anything if you have anything to ask.
Did you mention about the intermittent fasting?
Oh, I did not.
Yeah, maybe you could talk about that really quick.
Really fast. So when Brad started his weight loss, he started his whole thing November of 2019. He's like, I got to do something. This reflux is just killing me. So he was listening to a lot of things about intermittent fasting, to the Holderness family. He found a podcast of theirs, of all podcasts. He's like, I'm going to try it. I'm like, go for it, dude. I can't do it. I tried. So he's doing, which I recommend for anybody who wants to do it, is the 16-hour closed window and the 8-hour open window. So 16-8. And he would start eating at 11 o'clock a.m. and then end eating the window at 7 p.m. From November until January, he lost 25 pounds around there. And he's like, I'm good. I'm like, you jerk, you're a guy. Thanks. So I'm like, well, maybe I should try it too. And I couldn't do it. My gut was so messed up from all the junk and things that I had put into it over the years that the nutrients weren't going in the right places, even if I was eating right, that my body felt depleted and I was eating anything in sight. So the intermittent fasting didn't work for me then. But I told myself after doing the cleanse, day 8, so I did the 7-day cleanse, day 8, I was going to start intermittent fasting. And 11 o'clock, I have my shake. 3 o'clock, I have a snack here and there. And then we have our sensible dinner, and 7 o'clock, we're done. And that is what really, with the metabolic boost, maintaining that window, that has really, really, really helped us. So Brad's now down 60 total, and then I got down 30.
Wow, it's amazing. One of the things I did was we have an earlier dinner, and then I just tried to stop snacking so much after dinner. Like I would just snack a lot, and that I know has probably helped as well. All right.
Sarah said, try that as well. Did okay for 2 weeks and then went crazy and wanted to eat everything. And that's what it is the nutrients that you're putting in. If you have what's called leaky gut, and your body isn't processing, even if you're putting good stuff in, if your body isn't processing all that stuff properly and it's going into the wrong areas, it's going to want anything that it can get. And it's going to try and grab those, and then you're just going to be depleted. And that's not going to work for you either. So we really want to heal that gut, make sure everything is working great, and then go ahead and start something like that.
All right. Thank you so much for being on. Appreciate it. All right. I think that's it. I'm going to stop.